Okay, so welcome to my first Java tutorial about recursion. Well, recursion may seem to be a confusing topic to understand at first, but after this tutorial, I really hope that you understand it better. Oh, and by the way guys, if you're interested in making your own Java tutorials, and you want to screen record, the software I'm using is called Microsoft Expression Encoder 4, which I'll leave in the descriptions. It's absolutely free and it's a wonderful software. Alright, so back to the topic. So recursion may seem to be like a confusing subject to understand, but after this tutorial, I really hope that you understand it better. Alright, so recursion is basically a method calling itself over and over again. Why might this be useful? Well, I'm about to show you inside this tutorial. Alright, so in this tutorial, we're going to make a program about factorials. In case you guys didn't know what a factorial was, a factorial is basically multiplying a number by descending order all the way until it reaches 1. So for example, 5 factorial would be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Alright, enough talking and let's get started. So I'm assuming that you already know how to make like a project in a class and the main method now that you are already watching a tutorial about recursion. So let's get ahead and get started. Alright, so type in public static long fact long n. And we are getting an error here because we're not returning anything. So let's change that by making an if statement. Alright, so in case you guys didn't know, 0 factorial and 1 factorial is always equal to 1. So if n is less than or equal to 1, what do we want it to do? What do we want it to do? We want it to return 1. Else, we want to return n times fact n minus 1. Alright, so what does this basically do? Let's say you want to pass in 5 for n. So Java's going to look at the first statement, the if. And is 5 less than or equal to 1? No, so it goes directly to the else statement. Alright, so the else statement states to return n times the factorial of n minus 1. In this case, n is equal to 5. So you do 5 times the factorial of 5 minus 1. And then it passes in 4 for n over here. And then it does, so 4 times factorial of 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. And so on until it reaches this, return 1. Alright, let me show you guys visually about what is actually happening. But first, let me do a test run to show that this program actually works and not just BSing you. So go ahead and type in system.out.println fact 5. Alright, when I run this, you see that you get 120, and that is the answer. So time for the visual, what's actually happening. Alright, so Java is asking you to find 5 factorial. Oh, and in case if my mouse is bothering anyone, I'm using my keypad mouse right now because my actual mouse is broken and I haven't replaced it yet. Alright, so Java is looking for 5 factorial. It passes in 5 in a method called fact into n. So Java looks at the first statement, the if statement. Is 5 less than or equal to 1? It isn't, so it goes to the else statement. Else, return n times factorial of n minus 1. Well, over here, n is equal to 5. So Java stores 5 times the factorial of 5 minus 1, which is 4. So then, well, Java is looking for this answer first of all. And then Java gets 5 times 4 factorial. Well, they need to answer 5 times 4 factorial. So then it passes in 4 as n. So is 4 less than or equal to 1? It isn't. So it returns 4 times the factorial of 4 minus 1, which is 3. So Then Java gets 4 times 3 factorial. Well, Java still doesn't know what 3 factorial is, and because 3 factorial is less than or equal to 1, it goes directly to the else statement again. So it passes in 3 as n, and so then after it returns 3 times the factorial of 3 minus 1, so it's 3 times the factorial of 2. So then Java gets 3 times 2 factorial. Alright, Java still doesn't know what 2 factorial is, so it passes in 2 as n again. Is 2 less than or equal to 1? No, so it goes to the else statement. It returns 2 times the factorial of n minus 1, so 2 times 1 factorial. Alright, so Java got this down, so that is 2 times 1 factorial. Alright, so what's 1 factorial? Is 1 factorial less than or equal to 1? It is. So Java realizes that 1 factorial is equal to 1. Oh, and by the way, guys, this is known as the base case, or the simplest case that Java can work with. So then, by the way, all this is stored inside memory. Java begins working its way back up, so they know what 1 factorial is, so 2 times 1 factorial is 2. They know what 2 factorial is now, so 3 times 2 equals 6. And they know what 3 factorial is now, so 4 times 6 equals 24. And they realize what 4 factorial is, so what's 5 times 4 factorial? It's 120. Oh, and by the way, guys, all this is stored inside memory. Alright, so what's the answer you're looking for? Well, Java's looking for 120, so 120, well, 5 factorial, which is 120, so 120 it is. The simplest way to explain recursion is that Java works its way down, storing what it knows inside the memory. Then, when it reaches the base case, it works its way back up. So first they know 5 factorial, then 5 times 4 factorial, then 4 times 3 factorial, then 3 times 2 factorial, and 2 times 1 factorial, and they get to the base case, which is 1 factorial. Well, now Java has something to work with. So Java works its way back up. They know what's 1 factorial, so they do what's 2 times 1 factorial is 2. And then they know what 2 factorial is now, so they do 3 times 2 factorial, which is 6. And then they will know what 3 factorial is, which is 6, so they do 4 times 6 equals 24, and so on. Alright, so that's basically the simplest way to explain recursion. Thanks for watching this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.